pandas, and I've been teaching children's yoga for about 2 years now. So doing storytelling and yoga flow and putting them together so to make it really fun for children and let them to be able to express themselves. So I've come along here with Festival of the Girl today that do amazing work to empower girls and women, and I wanted to do some yoga flow that reflected that through a story. So I focused on speaking about some great women and girls that have changed the world along the way. Obviously can't speak about all of them, I'm going to speak about some of them. And me and my daughter have put together a poem about these great girls and women, and as we move through doing the poem, we're going to do some yoga poses along the way. So come and join me and we'll get started now. So we're going to sit down on the floor. And we start off, sat down with our legs crossed. We're going to take a nice big breath in and breathe out. Now we're going to start off with Jane Austen. So we're going to put our hands together and we're going to open our book wide. Now Jane Austen wrote books of aplenty, but because she was a girl, she had to hide her identity. So Jane Austen wrote some amazing books that are read all around the world. She only wrote 6 books, but they're that amazing that most people, if not all people, know about her fantastic, amazing books. Now, we're going to just open up our book again, and when we close it, we're going to take a big breath in, and a big breath out when we open it. A breath in, and a breath out when we open it. And the next girl we're going to talk about is Anne Frank. Now, Anne Frank, she wrote a diary, so we can stay in this pose and we can hold our book, and this is going to turn into a diary now, magically turn into a diary. Now, Anne Frank was Jewish, a Jewish girl, and she was in time of war, but sadly the Jews became poor because of a man named Adolf Hitler who told his soldiers to not be nice to Anne and people like her. But Anne Frank wrote an amazing diary. She was an amazing 14-year-old girl. We're going to sit on our knees, and she always wanted to be a writer, and her book, again, like Jane Austen, her book is read worldwide. She's known worldwide, which is absolutely amazing. So the next girl we're going to talk about is Coco Chanel. So Coco Chanel was the first to make a woman's suit. So we're going to stand tall, we're going to brush down our legs, brush down both our legs, and brush down our arms, and we're going to stand nice and tall in our amazing suit for women. A massive achievement it was to do that when women were mute. So we're going to put our hands over our mouth. We're going to take a big breath in. I'm going to breathe out. I'm going to breathe in. We're going to breathe out. It was 1920, a time for change. She broke stereotypes with her clothing range. So we're going to go walk up and down our mat like we're on a catwalk. We're showing off our flair, we're showing off our uniqueness, we're showing off how amazing we are in our beautiful clothes and everything that we wear, and just really embrace yourself with how great you are. Now, the next girl we're going to go on to is Junko Tabby. So Junko Tabby was the first woman mountaineer. So we're going to spread our legs out wide and put our arms nice and tall like a big strong mountain. She was the one that was climbing the highest peaks with no fear. So we're going to climb up those mountains. She's reaching the summit of the Everest and the 7 summits and all the rest. So stand nice and tall again in our mountain pose. She was absolutely amazing. She climbed lots and lots of different mountains, and as a woman in that time, it was an amazing thing to achieve. Now, Amelia Earhart flew across the sky. So we're going to stand with one foot in front. I'm going to lift this other leg up, see if you can balance. I'm not doing very well at the minute. And put our arms out and flying across the sky. How amazing she was, the first woman to fly across the sky. I'm wobbling. And it doesn't matter if you wobble, you just get back into the pose, or you stand tall and then you get back into the pose. So she was the first to fly across the sky, but because she was a girl, everybody thought it was a lie. The first, and we'll swap legs now, so put that leg down and this leg up. First solo female over the Atlantic Ocean, which left the world with strong emotion, because that was amazing to do that, what she did. So we're going to think about now all the animals that we would see in the Atlantic Ocean. So I can think of one first, which would be a whale. So we'll get in a whale pose. So we just go down on our tummies and we hold both of our feet and we stretch up as wide like a whale in the sea. Now another animal I can think of is a dolphin. So we're going to grip our hands together like this, like you're holding someone's hand, finger in finger, like this. I'm going to put our hands on the floor and we're going to stick our bums in the air and we're going to bring our feet in a little bit and we're going to rock. We're going to rock fast as you can go. I'm going to be slow down, nice and slow. And then another animal I can think of is a turtle. So we're gonna be a turtle. So we're going to breathe in nice and deep. And when we breathe out, we're gonna tuck our hands under our legs like this. Can you see my hands waving like this? And we're gonna breathe in. And then we're gonna breathe out and we're gonna go really low. And the turtle have laid some eggs. So we're gonna count those eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lovely eggs. Then we're going to roll our heads back up and give ourselves a lovely wiggle. Now, Sophie Blanchard. Sophie Blanchard, the first female to fly across countries in a hot air balloon. So we're going to make a big balloon now. So we're going to put our hands to our mouth, we're going to take a deep breath in. I'm going to breathe out. And a big breath in. And breathe out. And then a big breath in. And then breathe out. So you should have a big, nice hot air balloon which is going to swoosh and swish about. A big balloon which is going to fly us up high, up into the sky. So she flew across the countries in a hot air balloon, flying so high, trying to reach the moon. So we're going to stand out like the moon, shining so brightly in the night sky. She dared to show men she could too, because they thought she wouldn't have a clue. But she did. She was amazing. I'm going to move on to Frida Kahlo, one of my favourites. I love Frida Kahlo and I love all of her art that she created. So Frida Kahlo grew up in Mexico, where sadly she caught polio. So for this she was quite ill, so we're going to just lie down on the floor. So she caught this when she was a girl. And we're going to do 3, 2, 1. I'm going to sit back up. But as she grew, this made her stronger. So she caught polio, but it only made her stronger as she grew. So we're going to go up nice and slowly and grow, because she felt like she could do anything then as she grew, and she accomplished so many amazing things. And then painting self-portraits with monkeys, which are beautiful and true. So she's going to frame our face, because that's what she did, and she would do her self-portraits, which is all about her, so you can appreciate how amazing you are now again, and can go fast, 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 fast. And she did this with monkeys as well, so in the self-portrait she had monkeys with her. So we're going to bend our knees and we're going to be a monkey. So we're going to move around on our mats or in the room wherever you are, and move about like a monkey, swinging our arms from side to side and moving about everywhere. Now there once was a girl named Geraldine Edaline. She was the greatest swimming machine. The first woman to swim the English Channel. So we need to get down on the floor and we need to swim, don't we? So we're going to do the front crawl and move your feet as well as fast as you can. Swim in that English Channel. How amazing is she? And swim and swim. Whew. It took a lot of work to swim across the English Channel. It was just herself, her swimsuits and her drying flannel. So I'll pat down our body, make ourselves all nice and dry. Now, this next woman, another amazing woman. So Rosa Parks was strong and tough. So I'll stay on our knees and we'll be strong and tough. She had simply had enough of never being able to have a seat, whilst white folks got to rest their feet. We'll stand up, let's press our toes and our feet into our mats. So one day, when it happened again, Rosa simply could not refrain. She shunned the rules, she didn't care. She went and sat down in the chair. So I sit down in our chair, strong and tall, because she wasn't going to move. She wasn't going to move until people started to acknowledge that things weren't equal and things wasn't fair. It wasn't fair for black people and it wasn't fair for women. And she wanted that to change, and she was going to make that happen and make that change. And then all across different towns, cities and places, people started sitting down in those chairs to make that point that things needed to change, things needed to be equal. And we can bounce in that chair. Yeah, legs will be hurting a little bit now. See how many you can bounce. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. And then come down to a lovely seated pose. We've got 2 more to speak about. So we've got Marie Curie. So Marie Curie had a scientific brain. So let's touch our heads and feel that energy of the scientific brain and give your hair a lovely massage. Touch our brain with all that energy in there. She was radioactive and Nobel prized in 1911. This came as a big surprise. We all go, what an amazing thing that she achieved. Now lastly, Rosalind Franklin helped to understand structures of DNA. So we're going to go up with our fingers like the strands of DNA, and we're going to come back down. And this was highly unusual back in the day. She strove, she worked, and she pushed through the doubt. When all around her, "You're just a girl," they'd shout. And she still went on, and she didn't believe them. She knew that she could do it, and she was a woman, and she knew that she could achieve just as much as the men could achieve. And you need to remember that too. You girls out there, remember you can do whatever you want to do. These girls and women, they are just like you. You have passion, you have strength, and all that shines. You are amazing, great, and truly sublime. And that's the end of our story through yoga, with all the amazing girls and women that we've explored through our storytelling. And I really hope you've enjoyed that. And it really is just to reiterate that you are all amazing and you are doing amazing things, and just to keep doing that. And if you do have your own poems, your own stories that you'd like to tell through yoga, or you would, you know, I would love to see all those. Like I say, I'm Little Peaceful Pandas, I am on Instagram. So if you want to share any of your stories, any of your amazing yoga that you've done, I really hope you enjoy this today, and the amazing Festival of the Girl. It's such an amazing day, such an amazing, you know, cause, and really fighting for girls and women to be equal. And we've just finished with our hands on our shoulders, like Festival of the Girls do, so that we are building up, and we're building each other up as girls and women. And take a big breath in and out, and really just remember that you are amazing. So thank you, and I really hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you. Bye.